Oh man, altcoins could be set to explode. Bitcoin here is at a critical level in the charts. If it can break through this weekly resistance areas, altcoins could be set to explode. I'm going to break down my exact Bitcoin price target and what this could mean for altcoins. Plus, somebody very important has just dropped $112,000 price target for Bitcoin by the end of this year. I'm going to break that down and a lot more. Smash up the likes. Do not forget to subscribe. As always, check out the links in the description to our Telegram community where I'm actively trading altcoins in this crazy market. You can see Bitcoin has just produced a killer weekly candle here, up 13.5% and the biggest close for over 600 days. This is a very important candlestick and one we really needed, but we are facing very important resistance. I'm going to explain exactly what pattern I'm seeing very shortly. But what does this mean for altcoins? Because right now we're seeing altcoins bleed. I know a lot of you guys are currently holding altcoins, you're investing in altcoins, and you want to start to see them moving. Now, the first message is very clear. In order to see altcoins do well, Bitcoin has to break through these key resistance areas. And this is one of them right now. This is a critical moment here for Bitcoin where we fell originally, if you go back all the way here to March, April time of 2022, we fell from this level and went all the way down to 15,500. That was the main part of this bear market. So now, at this level, do not be surprised to see a lot of resistance. Now, so far last week, it started to break through, but it's still an important level. We could easily get thrown back down here, all the way down to 32. I know that sounds crazy, but that's where the main support is here for Bitcoin. This was such a steep climb to the upside. Any serious pullback here could bring you down to 32 and altcoins will get wrecked again. So it's very important that we understand the structure that we're seeing in the charts. Now, of course, there's a lot of momentum now around the inflows of Bitcoin into the spot ETF. That's allowing the markets to move here. And one important person is this person here on Twitter, Ki Young Ju. He heads up Crypto Quant and he said the following. He thinks Bitcoin could reach $112,000 this year, driven by the ETF inflows. He's analyzed the inflows, he's seen the effect it could have on the realized cap, and he's come to these conclusions. Of course, if you guys aren't familiar with Crypto Quant, they're one of the biggest players in terms of on-chain analysis, right? They provide on-chain analysis. So hold up, do you want to learn technical analysis? You've come to the right place. Check out the link in the description to my TA course. You're going to learn all things technical analysis, and it's suitable for beginners. Head and shoulders pattern, cup and handle, EMA ribbon, Bollinger Bands. If all of that is confusing you and you don't know how to use it in the right way, the TA course is for you. Link is in the description. When you take a look at his chart which he shared, he showed that this is the price level he sees. This is the kind of level that Bitcoin could be achieving, and he says on the lowest case he thinks Bitcoin could be $55,000 by the end of this year. Take a look at this. Bitcoin market cap has seen $9.5 billion in spot ETF inflows per month, potentially boosting the realized cap by 114 billion yearly, right? That's 10% of a trillion, 114 billion yearly. He says even with the GBTC outflows, which we know caused the fluctuations in price in January, a $76 billion rise could elevate the realized cap from 451 billion to 527 to 565. So he's saying, look, even if you assume Grayscale continue to dump their Bitcoin, there's enough net inflows here that we have enough to drive the Bitcoin realized cap up and head us towards that price ceiling of 112,000 by the end of the year. He also mentioned some more details. Let's take a look at this. He goes, historically, BTC, Bitcoin, market bottom occur at MVRV, market cap to realized value, of 0.75 and tops at 3.9. With current spot ETF inflows, the price could reach 112. Without the hype and maintaining the current score of 2, the price would be 55 to 59,000. So very good to see that the on-chain metrics are kind of matching up with what we're feeling, which is this is a very important year. It's a very positive year. Inflows are coming in. The thesis which we had, the gut feeling which we had, is being backed up by the data, and that's really positive. But I'm going to share a technical pattern with you. I'm going to share my technical price target with you guys as well, so you can see exactly what this looks like. By the way, if you like TA, make sure you check out my TA course. Link is in the description. Now, let's take a look at this. I'm on the weekly chart. We just spoke about this fact that we're hitting this here, this resistance. Now, what are we forming here? This is a rounded bottom formation. This is a reversal pattern, right? You're moving to the downside, bearish, 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 start to recover, and now you want to reverse the trend. It sounds crazy, right? Because from 15,500 all the way up to where we're at now, that's an upward trend. But technically, you've not reversed the trend because we fell from 69,000 down to 15,500. So technically speaking, right, if you wanted to argue the case here, you still could be doing this to the downside. So you need to be very, very careful. So this is very important resistance, which is why I do not want to jump the gun just yet. If we fail here and this is just a fake out, we could be getting a pullback. We've got to be very, very careful. Now, hopefully we don't. I just shared with you some of the on-chain metrics. We know that the ETF inflows are positive. Hopefully we can keep this momentum. And if we can keep this momentum, I want to see us break here. I want to see us retest, and we can work our way onwards up towards our price target. Now, what would the price target be? Well, if you wanted to take the price target of such a move, you can take the move from the neckline down to the lows of the rounded bottom, which in this case is around that 15,500 mark, apply it to the point of breakout. And again, I teach all of this in the TA course, and this gives you a price target of 78,000. Now, this is a huge target, right? Surely you don't want to miss out on this next move on Bitcoin. For many of you guys, you've missed out on 15,000 Bitcoin all the way up here to where we're at now, which is 48,000. That's 195%, right? 200% basically return on your money there. But there's another move to be had, and that move can take us from here up towards that 78,000 price point, which is another 67% spot return on Bitcoin. But more importantly, if that does play out, you finally get your higher high, right? Here's your high. Here's your high, and you form your higher high. This would be a major, major coup and a really important step for Bitcoin. And I certainly do not want to be sitting on the sidelines if that plays out. But of course, with every bullish situation, there's a bearish situation as well. So we need to be very familiar with the fact that this could get rejected to the downside, right? There's no reason to say we're going to break it to the upside. We could get rejected. And part of that depends on what we get later on this week. We've got a bunch of Fed officials speaking, but more importantly, tomorrow we get the CPI reading. And this could throw us a spanner in the works. This could mess up this week and give us a red candle week. We need to see inflation coming to the downside and coming to the downside meaningfully, okay? The market is expecting 3.8% year over year. We need to come in either there or lower. We're going to cover that off live tomorrow together, so make sure you subscribed with the bell notification on. So lots to play for here on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin can break through this level, expect Bitcoin to first do well and then altcoins to follow. And that is why I continue to DCA into my altcoins. Now, very important, when I say DCA, am I DCAing chasing green candles? No, I'm only going to be DCAing from strength. I'm certainly not DCAing on a week like this when you're up 13%. I can't chase that, right? I want to be waiting for support. If we get pullbacks into the EMA ribbon, even down to 44, down to 33 at some of these levels, that's when I like to nibble, right? I don't nibble chasing the price. I can't chase. I need to wait for it to come to me. That's personally when I'm adding. In other news, we also had this from Grayscale, who said that Bitcoin is stronger ahead of the halving. Let me read you exactly what they said. Despite minor revenue challenges in the short term, fundamental on-chain activity and positive market structure updates make this halving different on a fundamental level. While it has been heralded as digital gold, recent developments suggest that Bitcoin is evolving into something even more significant. Very, very interesting, right? And of course, they go into talking about all the ordinals and the different, ETFs buying in. There's a lot going on with Bitcoin. And so we need to understand that, people are trying to put Bitcoin into a bucket to say, oh, look, it's like a digital gold. Oh, look, it's like this. It's a different asset class for a lot of different people at the moment. For some, they're holding Bitcoin as part of a diversified portfolio. For some, they're holding Bitcoin as an inflation hedge. For others, they're holding Bitcoin to get alpha, right? They want to do better than the S&P and the market is doing. And Bitcoin's proven time and time again, it produces better returns than the traditional markets. For others, they're using Bitcoin to trade ordinals or do some inscriptions or whatever else they're doing. There's a lot of different use cases for Bitcoin. We're really seeing Bitcoin head into this era of maturing. And that is where we're going to see more inflows coming in, just like every other asset class. If you look at gold, if you look at steel, if you look at lumber, if you look at any other commodity, people use it for different reasons. And that's fantastic. Whatever people want to use Bitcoin for, whether it's part of their portfolio, whether they got some exposure through their ETF, whether they want to hold it because they're a Bitcoin through and through degen, that's perfectly fine. The more the merrier, right? But the asset class needs to hold strong and be able to deliver for all those different use cases. And that is what we're seeing from Bitcoin right now. It really is an asset class which is so many different use cases for so many different people. So really exciting period here for Bitcoin. Can we get that breakthrough, that key level? If we do, the price target up towards that 78,000. If we get rejected, you could be seeing that pull back down into that 40,000 range, back towards even 32, where the major support lies. Now, I'm not calling for 32, but of course, that is the support level that lies, which we haven't retested since breaking that 32,000 level mark. Thanks for watching, guys. If you appreciate type of updates, don't forget to smash up the likes. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out the links in the description to our Telegram community, where I'm actively trading the market. Join us right now. We're printing money in the charts, trading. Join us, and I'll see you in the next one.